Hi, everyone. Welcome to Everyday Real English from Real Life podcast.
Welcome to the deep dive.
If you're looking for that shortcut to being truly well-informed without getting buried under, a mountain of information, you've definitely found your spot. I'm really thrilled to dive in with you today.
And I'm Brendy. Yeah, my goal is really to help us break down what might seem like complex topics into understandable, actionable insights. We're here to help you feel prepared and confident.
Absolutely. Today, we're tackling a topic that touches millions of lives every single year. Back to School in America, Real English Tips for Students and Parents. Our mission for this deep dive is, incredibly practical. We want to equip you, especially if you're an English learner, with the essential tips and the common phrases you'll need to navigate this exciting, but sometimes overwhelming transition. We're going to cover everything from getting ready logistically to the crucial emotional preparedness side of things. That's right. Whether you're preparing for a child's very first day of kindergarten, or maybe an older student heading into middle or high school, or even if you just want to understand the American school system a bit better, we've got you covered.
They do.
And hey, if you find this deep dive helpful, please take just a moment to, subscribe, or maybe leave us a review. It genuinely helps us reach more learners and families like yours.
It really does. Okay, so let's unpack this. The back-to-school season. It always arrives with this unique blend of excitement and, let's be honest, a kind of natural apprehension. It's a big shift for everyone involved, really, not just the students.
It really is. One of the most important first steps for families, especially those maybe new to an American school district, is to participate in what are commonly called orientation days, or open houses, school tours. These events, they aren't just a formality. They're specifically designed to help students and parents get comfortable with their new environment before all the pressure of the first official day hits.
That's a fantastic point. The benefits of actually going to these are huge. Think of it as like a low-stakes opportunity to break the ice.
Exactly.
You can meet the principal, the school counselor, and maybe most importantly, your child's teachers face-to-face. This initial interaction can really set such a positive tone for the whole year. It kind of transforms unknown faces into familiar, approachable allies.
Right. What's fascinating here is that these events also give you crucial practical insights. You can figure out the school's layout, where are the main offices, the cafeteria, the gym.
Yeah, the practical stuff.
You learn the logistical flow, like where are the best parking spots, the student drop-off and pickup areas, and even the best times to arrive to maybe avoid that morning rush. A golden rule from experienced parents and school staff is always allow an extra 10 to 15 minutes for those first few days.
Well, that's her.
Things are almost always more congested at the beginning of the school year, and that little buffer can save you a lot of stress.
That extra time allowance is such a smart, simple tip. Often gets overlooked, I think. Speaking of getting ready, let's transition to the power of routines. Establishing a consistent routine. This is absolutely foundational because it creates this profound sense of security for children. When kids know what to expect, especially in a new environment, their anxiety levels tend to drop quite a bit.
Absolutely. And when it comes to routines, sleep is, it's paramount. Young people, particularly school-age children and teenagers, they really need a solid 8 to 10 hours of sleep per night for optimal learning and, emotional regulation.
Right.
The 2-week rule is a widely recommended strategy here. Basically, you begin adjusting sleep routines approximately 2 weeks before school actually starts. This isn't just some arbitrary number. Our bodies have this natural internal clock, right? The circadian rhythm.
Yeah.
And it just takes time to adjust. So gradually shifting bedtimes and wake-up times by maybe 10 to 15 minutes every couple of days allows this rhythm to gently reset without a huge shock to the system.
That gradual shift makes so much biological sense. And beyond just the timing, there's also something really critical called sleep hygiene. Have you heard that term? Sleep hygiene. It refers to the practices and habits you need to have good nighttime sleep quality and, full daytime alertness. Think of it like setting the stage for sleep.
Okay.
So tips include having consistent pre-bedtime routines, maybe reading a physical book, doing a quiet puzzle, some calm play, or just going through regular hygiene tasks like brushing teeth, showering. These activities act as signals to the body and brain that it's time to wind down.
And another incredibly effective tip, often overlooked, is morning light exposure. Experts recommend getting outside within an hour of waking up.
Really?
Yeah, even just like leaning out of a window for 5 to 10 minutes can help reset the body's internal clock and make those earlier school wake-up times just a bit easier to manage. It tells your brain, okay, time to be awake and alert.
Huh. Morning light. I like that. So, okay, once those crucial sleep habits are kind of getting on track, the rest of the daily routine probably falls into place more easily, right?
You'd hope so.
We're talking about making sure there's enough time for a good breakfast, packing lunches if that's what you choose to do, double-checking backpacks for homework and supplies, and getting ready for the bus or the carpool. All this preparation, when you do it proactively, it really helps reduce stress and that last-minute chaos for everyone in the family.
Definitely. And let's not forget one of the classic back-to-school rituals, shopping. Involving children in this process, even for just a few items, can be surprisingly helpful for their transition.
Oh, yeah. How so?
Well, it helps build confidence,
Yeah.
and it gives the child a voice in their purchases.
Okay.
When they choose their own backpack, or maybe a special set of pencils or a notebook with their favorite design, those items become more meaningful. It fosters a sense of ownership and excitement for the new school year.
Right, gives them some control. Of course, this is maybe less applicable if schools have a strict uniform dress code.
Sure.
But for any other supplies or personal items, giving them a say can make a big difference in their readiness, I bet.
It really can.
Now let's talk about navigating the school environment itself once they're actually in the doors. A big part of the American school day, of course, revolves around meals. You'll generally have a choice between eating cafeteria meals, which are prepared right there at school, or bringing a packed lunch from home. Cafeteria meals often include options like hot lunches, maybe a salad bar, various snacks.
Yeah, the options vary. And for many students, transportation means taking that classic yellow school bus. It's important for both students and parents to understand the safety rules, the designated bus stops, and the daily routine for bus riders. Schools usually provide pretty detailed information about this during orientation or maybe on their website.
Right, good point. Okay, to give you a real-life example of what it might sound like to ask about meal options, let's do a quick role-play scene. Imagine a student asking the cafeteria staff about the menu. You be the student.
Okay, I'll be the student. Excuse me, I'm new here.
Yeah.
What's for lunch today?
As cafeteria staff. Oh, welcome. Today, we have a couple of choices. Chicken and rice, or you can build your own at the salad bar. We also have some soup. What sounds good to you?
As student, I think I'll try the chicken and rice, please. Thank you.
Okay. Pretty straightforward, but knowing those phrases definitely helps reduce any anxiety.
For sure.
Perfect. Now, after the school day, there are often really vibrant after-school activities, a whole range of clubs, sports. So what does participation in these actually mean for a student's social development?
Oh, these activities are incredibly important. They foster social interactions and really help students make a smoother transition back to school life. They're not just about fun, though fun is good. They're excellent opportunities to sort of rekindle old friendships, which can be tough after a long summer break, right? And just as importantly, to make new ones. Plus, in the American education system, participation in extracurriculars, especially for older students, is often highly valued. It can even play a role in college applications, showing you're well-rounded, maybe have some leadership skills.
That's a great insight into the kind of broader value of these activities. And to help students connect, here are a couple of useful phrases they could try. Maybe, can I sit with you at lunch today?
Simple but effective.
Or, want to join the soccer club together? I heard they're looking for new players. Something inviting.
Yeah, those are great starters. It's also really crucial, though, to discuss balancing schoolwork with these extracurriculars and, other obligations. A busy schedule needs some careful planning. Strategies like effective time management, maybe using a planner or a digital calendar or carpooling with other families to share the driving burden, even preparing meals in advance. Using a crock pot or meal prepping on Sundays. These can really help manage a busy schedule without feeling totally overwhelmed. It's all about finding that rhythm.
Absolutely. It's all about helping them find their tribe, right? Their group of friends. That makes the whole school experience so much richer and more supportive. The right connections can really transform a school year.
Couldn't agree more. And beyond just the student interactions, parent-teacher communication is absolutely vital. It's so essential for parents to stay connected and really form a partnership with their child's teachers. This proactive communication can often head off potential issues before they become major problems.
Exactly. What are the common ways that happens?
Well, common methods include things like email, maybe sending notes with your child, or attending designated parent nights and parent-teacher conferences. These conferences are usually scheduled at specific times during the school year. They're great opportunities to discuss your child's academic progress, their social adjustment, any concerns you might have.
Okay, let's try another role play then to show how a parent might kick off that conversation with a teacher. I'll be the parent this time. As actual, hi, I'm Mia's mom, Sarah. It's so nice to finally meet you in person.
As teacher, welcome, Sarah. We're so excited to have Mia in our class this year. She's already showing such great curiosity.
As parent, oh, that's wonderful to hear.
Yeah.
I'd love to know how Mia is settling in and how she's doing overall in class. Is there anything specific maybe you've observed that we could work on at home?
As teacher, Mia's doing great. She's definitely a bright student. One thing we're focusing on right now is her participation in group discussions. So maybe encouraging her to share her ideas more at home might help her feel a bit more confident speaking up in class. How does that sound?
That's a really helpful example, showing how specific and constructive those conversations can actually be.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's pivot a bit from the practical preparations to the unseen, but equally, maybe even more important preparation, mental health.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just about getting the right school supplies. It's about being mentally and emotionally ready for the challenges and changes ahead.
This is truly where it gets profoundly important. Here's a, well, kind of surprising fact. 1 in 5 children in the U.S. has a diagnosable mental, emotional, or behavioral disorder, yet unfortunately, many of them don't receive the help they need.
Wow, 1 in 5.
Yeah. And research consistently shows this strong link between a student's mental health and their academic success. So awareness of mental health isn't just some side note. It really should be a core, proactive part of every family's back-to-school preparation plan.
That statistic is really sobering, and it underscores why this conversation is so vital. It's perfectly normal for children to feel anxious or apprehensive about changes.
Totally normal.
Whether it's the sheer newness of kindergarten or the social complexities of moving to middle or high school, or even just that bittersweet end of summer freedom, these feelings are a natural part of the transition.
And crucially, parents often feel a whole stream of emotions during this time, too. Anxiety, worry, maybe sadness that the summer's over, pride, excitement for their child's next chapter. It really depends on your family's unique situation, and it's so important to acknowledge that it's all okay.
Yeah.
Parents, you should absolutely validate your own feelings as well as your child's. Modeling that healthy emotional expression is really powerful.
We really encourage open communication within the family. Try to create a safe space where children feel comfortable expressing their feelings without judgment. Listen actively. Acknowledge their fears, reassure them. And parents, try to model calm behavior and resilience, even while validating your own emotions. You can say something like, I know it feels a little scary to start something new, and it's okay to feel that way. We'll figure this out together.
That collaborative approach. And a key piece of advice for parents is try not to plant worries in their child's head.
Oh, interesting. What do you mean?
Well, instead of directly asking, are you worried about making friends? Which might actually introduce a worry they didn't have.
Right.
Try addressing potential back-to-school anxieties early through more open-ended conversation, like, what are you looking forward to most about school? Is there anything you're curious or maybe uncertain about? It opens the door without suggesting the fear first.
That's a subtle but really powerful shift in language.
Yeah.
Good tip. Now let's talk about the school's role in all this. Schools are increasingly seen as crucial partners in supporting student mental health, right?
Absolutely. Many teachers now receive training to help them spot the signs of mental health concerns, things like sudden changes in behavior, maybe withdrawal, difficulty concentrating. And it's vital for schools to foster safe spaces, environments where students feel genuinely comfortable reaching out, whether it's to a teacher, a counselor, or another trusted adult, without fearing judgment or stigma.
And beyond just identifying issues, sometimes integrating mental health education directly into the curriculum can significantly help to reduce stigma around these topics.
Definitely.
When mental health is discussed openly in the classroom, it normalizes it, makes it easier for students to understand themselves and others, and maybe seek help if they need it.
Which raises an important question. What if problem solving at home, even with all this great open communication, just isn't working? What's the next step?
Yeah, that's precisely when it's time to connect with a school counselor or perhaps a mental health professional. A school counselor often helps with academic planning, social-emotional support, and connecting students with resources. A mental health professional, like a therapist or psychologist, can provide more in-depth assessment and therapy if it's needed. And remember, there are often general community resources or support services available beyond just the school system, local mental health clinics, nonprofit organizations. Don't hesitate to ask the school counselor for local recommendations. They usually know what's available.
Good advice. And, on this topic of well-being, let's not overlook the pretty significant impact of screen time on academic success and overall mental well-being.
Oh, it's a huge one in today's world, isn't it?
Yeah.
Experts really highly recommend starting to cut back screen time and maybe implementing parental controls on social media well before the school year begins. Summer often means more relaxed rules, but school requires a different kind of focus.
Absolutely. Excessive screen time, especially right before bed, can seriously disrupt sleep patterns and reduce attention spans during the day. Managing screen time proactively helps establish a new regimen, a structured plan for their day.
Right, replaces screen time with other things.
Exactly. This opens up time for other beneficial activities like reading. Reading regularly, it can almost be seen as a form of mental calisthenics.
Mental calisthenics, I like.
Yeah. Just like physical exercises strengthen your body, these are activities that challenge and strengthen your brain. They help improve focus, comprehension, critical thinking skills. It truly helps prepare their brains for the demands of learning at school.
That's a powerful analogy. And finally, a really crucial point for parents that we just can't emphasize enough. Self-care is a top priority.
Not selfish, but necessary.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Taking care of your own emotional and physical well-being helps you regulate your own emotions, decrease your own stress and anxiety, and ultimately just be a more present and supportive parent. Whether it's finding time for exercise, reading, connecting with friends, or simply some quiet reflection, it makes a profound difference.
So what does all of this mean? I guess it means caring for everyone's mental health, students and parents alike, is absolutely a top priority for setting the stage for a successful and positive school year. It's got to be a holistic approach, right? Not just about textbooks and homework.
Absolutely. As we wrap up this deep dive, just remember that thoughtful preparation, consistent open communication, and really prioritizing mental and emotional well-being are truly the essential ingredients for a positive back-to-school experience for both students and parents.
That's right. Be patient, be understanding, and continue to offer that unwavering support to your children throughout this transition. Applying these tips, even just a few, can make a real difference, hopefully turning some of that apprehension into anticipation.
And you can find more deep dives just like this one, exploring a wide range of topics wherever you happen to listen to your favorite podcasts. We really hope you'll explore some of our other insightful discussions.
And hey, we have a special gift for you. You can download a free PDF with even more tips and all the key vocabulary from today's deep dive. It's a fantastic resource to keep practicing your English and really reinforce what you've learned today.
We're genuinely trying to set you up for a healthier and brighter future. Keep practicing your English every day, keep exploring new knowledge, and we'll see you on the next deep dive. Goodbye for now.
Bye, everyone. Take care.
Want to practice these phrases? Download your free PDF guide to review vocabulary, role plays, and quizzes. Find the link in the description and pinned comment, and feel free to share it with friends.
Like and subscribe for more English tips.